Hi there, Eric Campbell here from White Light Media. We are the design partners of the International Magazine Centre. So when Nikki contacted me and asked if I'd like to talk about one of my favourite magazines, I was only too happy to get involved. The thing is, all of my magazines are currently in lockdown at the office, which makes it hard to talk about any one title. So what I said I would do was to take a magazine I have a lot of copies at home, and that is a drinks magazine that we used to produce called Hot Rum Cow, and just talk about some of the features that we put together, how they came about, and what we enjoyed about them. So we always used to open up the magazine with an interview with a celebrity, and in this case, for the beer issue, we did it with porn star Ron Jeremy, who's actually on his way to a porn awards ceremony in Las Vegas. He was in a limousine, and it was poor Kiara who had to do this interview over the phone, and he actually started serenading her on a mouth organ playing Flower of Scotland, which was quite surreal to say the least. And this one here is what to show you an example of how we used a lot of illustration to bring the features, the cover features to life. And in this case, it was for the American issue, and we're talking about Prohibition. So we did this feature as a timeline and introduced all these really playful illustrations that worked out really well across the course of the feature there. I've just got another example here from the Scotland magazine. It's one of my favourite features that we put together, was on 10 Scots who lit up the world of drinking, and opening with this very iconic illustration that's been subverted by Rob Grasso to show a dram being poured in the glass. And we've got everyone in there from Rabsy Nesbitt. We've got an excerpt there from Ian Patterson's scripts, all the way through to William McGonagall, Friar John Corr, Burns, of course, and just all these different ways of talking about these iconic Scottish drinkers. Finishing up with Brewdog, of course. We also had a lot of fun putting together things that we might find online, bringing them to life, and in this case we found these old photographs that had documented the 5 stages of inebriation. So in our wisdom we decided to bring those to life using Hot Rum Cow's own editor, Simon Lyle here. Got him dressed up and in the studio, and we recreated these shots in a modern day take. So you can see there, stage 1, going into stage 2, slightly drunker. Stage 3, getting a little bit worse for wear, with a cocktail and the phone in hand. And then stage 4, shopping trolley instead of a wagon. And then stage 5, getting lifted off the street by the police. Now Simon, actually, he did this. There was some alcohol consumed, but he did end up having to go and pick up his kids from nursery after that, which was a sight to behold. We also really love really punchy photography, and we always did a feature called Liquid Lunch, where we commissioned a chef to cook with alcohol, cook a 3-course meal. And in this case, we went down and we did it in Brighton at this restaurant here. And these are the owners, who were absolutely game for a laugh and donned these Mexican wrestling masks for their Mexican-themed menu that they were doing with mezcal and tequila. And it's just a fantastic space that they had, really colourful, really bright, and they were so welcoming, and they cooked these amazing dishes for the menu. Just came out perfectly within the magazine. It's absolutely brilliant. Again, a bit of fun. One of the features we did was Find Your Style, where we just took a drink from the theme of that issue, just had fun with it. And this is the fizz issue, which is all about fizz, all about fizzy drinks. And we decided to take a rate of Soda Stream and see which drinks would carbonate the best. And in the opener there, you can see there how red wine does not do very well. And then we ended up scoring them in this kind of fun infographic chart. Just see what would work best. Everything from red wine, white wine, cream liqueur, scotch, all the way through to the likes of sake and rum there. Some fared better than others, as you can see from the score charts, but it was a good half day's fun in the studio, although poor photographer David Anderson did have to do a fair bit of redecorating to get rid of the red wine stains that were now on his pristine white walls.